So we are in a very intense lightning round right now. So next up is Mathieu Bastian from GetYourGuide. He's going to talk to us about from APIs to ChatGPT plugin. Let's get him on the screen and give him his full 10 minutes.
Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. Thanks a lot for the introduction. So 10 minutes to talk about ChatGPT plugin. So let's dive right in. So why actually we were excited about plugins at the first place. So GetYourGuide, if you don't know it, is an online marketplace for travel activities. And typically travelers, they use our app to discover what they can do when they travel. Here's with Barcelona, beautiful and sunny right now. And yeah, travel planning is hard. There's so much things you can do in a destination, so little time. You want to build those incredible memories, right? And then you're most likely doing that last minute on the go in the Wi-Fi of the hotel, booking something for today or tomorrow. So that's kind of what Get Your Guide is all about, helping you discover those incredible activities and experiences you can do in a destination. And it turns out that ChatGPT is pretty good at travel planning. You can give it your instructions, give a little bit of preferences, what you want to do, how long is your itinerary, and so on. And what we wanted to do is basically enhance this with relevant and bookable activities from Get Your Guide. And that's basically where the ChatGPT plugin comes in. And all you need is actually an API. The whole architecture is built around these manifest file. So very simply, we have a single endpoint to retrieve activities. You describe what it is in pure language. You add some description about parameters, kind of like date filters or price filter or whatever. Also responses and schemas and so on. So that's basically all you have to do. And the ChatGPT plugin infrastructure would convert these prompts into API calls that retrieve the results. And it's a bit of an art, right? So you need to be, maybe hiding some parameters and doing a bit of massaging of the description to get really the behavior you're looking for. But it's really simple, and that's what we did. We shipped that, pretty quickly. It was actually a very moderate effort, a team effort, and just within a week, with a few engineers, we're able to get our plugin released. It's not really that I'm bragging or anything. It's more that the architecture is very elegant. You don't really have to do much code, and of course you have to have an API in the first place, but that's probably not so uncommon. And here you go, you have a workable plugin of ChatGPT. That's what it looks like. Essentially, you prompt it with your intent, and you will get some activities you can do here in Paris. And it even has these nice little snippets that you can click on and continue your journey on Get Your Guide. And basically, with what it does in the prompt is really identify these entities like locations, but also dates. Next Saturday, tomorrow, on Christmas. It's able to convert all of that. Then some kind of interest. So you can say I like outdoor. I'm interested in food, or and so on and so forth. And then maybe some other types of filters that we support, such as I'm traveling solo, or I have a budget, and so on and so forth. So all of these kind of elements in the prompts would be converted into some kind of API parameters that we can understand. Couple of learnings from building this. First of all, testing was a bit of a challenge. It's of course early days, but it's really early days sometimes. You can only have up to 15 users testing the plugin when it's in development, and releasing is a bit of a pain as well. If you change something in the manifest, your plugin gets disapproved, and it may take actually a couple of days until it's approved again. So that's kind of not the same experience as the Apple Store, but still it's early days. The API design was a good learning for us. You kind of need to really be specific, about date formats, or making your errors very understandable, so that the bot can actually play with this nicely and get the behavior that you want. And we discovered many interesting concepts through this build out, for example, prompt injection, something to think about, and also this open graph protocol that is a bit behind this little image snippets that you saw in the screenshot. A few other learnings from our side is that it makes us rethink how the API should be built for these types of applications, because context is hard. You're going to be pretty specific about what you want. I like croissant, for example, or like you're going to be more verbose about your preferences. And typically our API or service are more like working with implicit personalization, such as, okay, you booked a couple of adventure activities, or you're more into food, and then we're going to show you more of these types of experiences. But here you can really go deep in telling ChatGPT what you want, and then we don't fully understand all of that yet. What's really challenging at this point is how to improve the bot, because we actually have no data or insights about kind of what are the prompts that are originating to the queries we receive. So that's something we hope will improve. And then we were blown away by the ability for the infrastructure to translate requests and responses. So you kind of build once and you get an application usable in basically all possible languages, which is amazing. So I hope I got you inspired by this journey. We actually got inspired a lot also to continue, and we thought that maybe we should try to build our own chatbot. And essentially, could we have the same functionality but integrated into our website or into our app? And the way we thought about this was, could we reverse engineer the way ChatGPT translates these prompts into API calls? So that was a little bit of a tinkering and what if, can we do this? And it turns out that it works, and you end up with a very simple architecture that you receive a prompt. What can I do in Miami, for example, to our GetYourGuide chat. We send that to ChatGPT to translate that query into the same API specifications that we would receive from the ChatGPT plugin infrastructure. Then we execute that query to retrieve, in that case, our experiences, and then send that response back to the user. And that's essentially the magic behind it. I'm showing you here the system prompt that actually replicates the ChatGPT plugin capability. So with that system prompt and the user prompt, ChatGPT is able to get us the API specs that we need to call, with the right filters and the right parameters. Then we execute that, and then we send it back to the user. So it was fun to play with this. Of course, this now is obsolete, right? As everything with LLMs, within a couple of days. There's this very cool function calling rollout from OpenAI that I think pretty much does this without having to do this system prompt, and that's probably something we need to take a look at and build further. So yeah, that was our little journey building ChatGPT plugin. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm open for maybe 1 or 2 questions.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We are going to have to send you to the chat. We have our next 2 speakers lined up. But thank you so much, Mathieu. Sorry, it's been a long day. We really appreciate it. This was awesome.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.